We'll get there in the end, don't worry. Hold on, wait for it. There we go. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to TOD Plays Games, where we are back in sunny Syria. So much nicer than what it is outside in the UK right now. Hello, we're back with Broken Sword Reforged, which is what I'm going to call it now, because that's really what it is. And we're going to continue on our adventure through the deserts of Syria as we hunt down these Templars. Welcome chat, I hope everybody's doing well, having a nice day. Hope you're all looking after yourselves. I seem to have made myself ill by going out to the cinema in the pouring rain last night. So you'll have to bear with me, my voice isn't as strong as I'd like. But we'll see how we get on, I'm sure we'll be fine. We have this beautiful looking animal here. Oh, I've just had a thought. Shall we get into this? I want to just confirm... Oh, no. Now I'm scared to do it. Because it's mean. Not doing it. I can't bring myself to do it. Right, anyway, we... Yeah, my mind's all over the place today. Sorry, folks. Let's speak to Nijo.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
So this is going to be really weird, but I need a toilet brush.
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brush he bastes the kebabs with?
Yes.
Let me find some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole that brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe? Perhaps?
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to seem mercenary, sir, but I am a merchant, and merchants trade.
Merchant? This isn't Sears and Roebuck here.
Well, if you're going to be disagreeable...
No, you're right. What would you like?
I seem to recall that you have something that might alleviate my boredom. A globe of delight. A Rubicon spheroid of heavenly pleasure.
You mean the ball, don't you?
A tiny spherule of form that barely spans my hand, yet promises hours of amusement.
If you mean the ball, why don't you just say so?
Can I have the ball back, mister?
All right, here you go.
People say bad things about Americans, but you're okay in my book.
What people? What bad things?
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right, yes, the brush.
All you have to do with Arto is be polite. It lightens his day, makes it all worthwhile for him again.
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase. Il-ach il-kalb.
Il-akal-kalb.
Close enough. Now, go over to Arto and deliver those honeyed words even unto his delicate ear. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really?
Really.
What exactly does il-akal-kalb mean?
A polite but subtly complimentary greeting. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Okay.
So long, Nijo.
Poodle pip, sir.
Toodle peep. Are you ready,
Hello
chat?
again, sir.
Hello, kebab? Yeah.
Alright, George. Been waiting for this moment all your life.
Il-akul-kalb?
Filthy, bad. I'll kill you.
Whoa! Calm down! I just... Speak. Do your thing.
Oh, where'd he get the knife from? Holy shit. Do we think it's safe yet? Quickly, George, quickly. Don't go near the crazy kebab seller.
Hi, Nijo. What the heck did you tell me to tell him?
Patience, sir.
Patience? Patience? I've been chased by a homicidal kebab seller, and you expect me to be patient?
But consider, sir, while you were running from the irate Arto wasn't using the brush.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I've been used as a diversionary tactic?
Your brush, sir.
I
Ew.
can't believe that you put me on that kebab seller's death list for a toilet brush.
The ends justified the means, sir.
Yeah, but I noticed it wasn't your butt that was on the line, though.
They also serve who only stand and wait, sir.
Oh, spare me. Thanks for getting the brush and risking my life to do it.
Anytime. Glad to be of service.
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
Nijo might be my favorite character in this. Why isn't he playing with the ball, though? I remember him bouncing the ball. I ain't going near you. You have my matchbook, good sir. Oh, this game is so much joy.
Hello again, friend. There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation when I couldn't speak Arabic and he couldn't speak. Period. Well, I did know a few words of Arabic, but doubted the wisdom of using them. Here's your brush, sir. It wasn't easy getting it back. The manager took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stopped off. What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at state of this. Need much cleaning and detergent before go around my you bend.
He said all that?
Body language account for much, you know. Oh, yes, indeed.
It's not wrong.
I knew the door was locked.
Oh, come
I
on,
need the
George.
key to get in there.
This is pretty clean.
And I thought the French had strange toilets.
Whoops.
Oops.
I've got the key, I may as well do something with it.
It was a roller towel dispenser.
I don't think he's going to let me back in after breaking his toilet, is he? Well, Ultar.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
What does Il Akal Kalb mean?
Who teach you that?
Nejo told me to say it to Arto.
And Arto come after you with big knife, yes?
Yeah, how did you know?
I know Arto. You tell him in bad Arabic that his kebab's made from dog meat.
I said he was using dog food? No wonder he went crazy.
No. Ultar not mean meat for dog. Ultar mean meat of dog.
Oh. Ugh.
I can see why he got wound up.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate, most extreme. The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
Okay.
Bye for now, Ultar.
Okay, I
May
get
good
it.
fortune follow you, mister.
I understand. I need to get 50 bucks. How does George travel around the world without any money on him? I haven't seen him pay for anything once. He got out of paying for the coffee at the start of the game because the cafe was blown up. And he's just stolen and bartered everything else. Pearl. You might have money.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
What do you think of this chalice?
Now that's really pretty.
It is, isn't it?
Have you seen this man before?
No, a friend of yours?
No, not really.
Why are we asking about Arto?
Have you had anything from the kebab stand?
Hey, Evans, no, with my digestion.
Fair enough.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George.
Don't be a stranger.
Hi there,
Dwayne,
Dwayne.
You might have 50 bucks.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
I need 50 bucks.
Have you had any dealings with the kebab seller?
Absolutely not. Pearl's already had one attack of Montezuma's revenge.
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
No, tell him he's a murderer.
Do you know the name Merlin?
Nope.
What does this toilet chain mean to you?
It means that somewhere somebody can't flush the toilet.
He's good. He's very good.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
I wasn't hungry and didn't want to buy fruit, so I didn't start a conversation.
I need money. There we go, he's bouncing the ball.
I figured going out into the countryside was a pretty good way to get lost.
I'm gonna make friends with this cat. I knew there was something with the ball. I'm sorry, Niho. That's for getting me almost murdered by a crazy kebab seller. I knew there was something to do with the cat. I just couldn't remember what it
Hello
did.
again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
Are you interested in antiquities?
Ain't I? What have you got there, George?
How about this fine statuette?
Oh, George, that would be ideal, except, I don't know. It looks new, George. You wouldn't be trying to make a fool out of me, would you, George?
Good God, no, Pearl. Nothing could be further from my mind. I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George.
Don't be a stranger.
It's funny the things you remember. I've been trying to do this with stuff for a long time.
The plaster seemed to soak up the grease paint until it began to look like stone.
Hey, Pearl.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
What do you think of this fine piece of ancient statuary?
Oh, not that. Just what I've been looking for. Just one thing, though.
Oh?
It looks awful similar to that modern one you showed me.
Ah, well, that's because... You see, that's because the first one I showed you was a modern copy of this one. And I sought out the artist who'd done the copy and bought the original. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, George, how can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. Believe me. Would you like it?
Would I ever? I'm not carrying the money, though. If you go and find Dwayne, he'll pay you for it. If he gives you any trouble, just tell him that I want it.
Yes,
I've got to
Pearl.
go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George.
Don't be a stranger.
Dwayne, my good friend.
Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
Pearl wants this statue.
What do you think of this?
Good gravy. Looks old.
Yeah, I had to turn this town upside down.
Boy, your luck's better than ours. Looks Roman.
I wouldn't know.
What'll they say back home? How much do you want, George?
Oh, I couldn't. It's the find of a lifetime. I mean,
$50. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Here you go.
That was quick.
And here you go.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Oh, scamming the tourists. Hey, look. No hard feelings, alright?
Hello again, sir.
Filthy! Bad!
Okay, I'm going.
Okay, hard feelings. Alright, Alto. I've got you $50. How about we go and see a bull's head? I'm so impressed with this remaster. It's beautiful.
Hello again, Okar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
How about we go?
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? Okay, it's a deal. Here's the cash.
Ah, most splendid. As you say, the cash price moolah is correct. Mister, we make with haste.
Where exactly is your taxi? Because the only vehicle I can see around here is an aging army surplus truck.
Yes?
Ah, okay. I'll be along in a minute. It didn't seem right to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar.
That's fair. We're taking the chain, though. Souvenir, you see?
Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
That's your taxi?
Oh, yes, most assuredly. Most entirely splendid taxi in all Marib.
It looks like an old army truck to me.
Swah! You Americans with your checkerboard caps and your Judd Hershes, you have lost sight of what a taxi should truly be.
About 4 tons by the look of it.
There, you have hit the nail in the nutshell.
Okay, already, let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed pair. There is a minor problem of a tiny nature. The fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage for a replacement.
How long is that gonna take?
1 day, maybe 6.
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something.
Where the hell am I going to get a fan belt? Can you use a chain?
What does this toilet chain mean to you?
You got brush back so you could steal chain? You're sure strange cookie, mister, yes?
Yes.
See you around, Ultar.
There you, most splendid, good sir.
So I need a length of... Well, it doesn't need to get me far. I need a length of rubber, or the strap from that gun might do it.
I didn't really want to lug the rifle around with me.
There's got to be some tat here that I can use as a...
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
What happened to your ball, Nijo?
I regret to say that it has been confiscated by my father.
Oh, Nijo, I'm sorry.
Not to worry, sir. Soon he will forget why he has the ball and put it on the stand, at which point I shall recover it.
I'm sorry about the statuette being broken as well.
Again, do not fret, sir. It has been on the shelf for a long time. As merchandise, it did not have legs.
Now it hasn't got any arms either.
Very droll, sir.
So long, Nijo.
Poodle pip, sir.
Okay, we need the keys for the toilet. I've just... We can use a rag for a fan belt, right? It doesn't have to get as far. It just has to hold together long enough to get me to the bull's head. Then how do I get back? I mean, what a cheeky guy, offering me the services of his taxi knowing full well that it's broken. Oh, is it locked? Is that what the other key's for? It's clever. No, don't. Just, no. George. Your brain works like mine, good sir.
There didn't seem much point in closing the dispenser. Even closed, it would be obviously empty.
Etiquette, George. I am just ransacking this guy's toilet. Are we going to put the keys back, or are we just going to keep the keys as well? No, we're going to put the keys back. Oh, good. We're not a complete savage. Okay, we got a fan belt made of tissue. Is it tissue?
It was a length of coarse grey toweling from the toilet at the Club Alamut.
It's toweling. It's gonna be an amazing fan belt. This is how you fix old cars. There's none of that these days with all this modern lark. I doubt you'd even get to the fan belt easily. He's eating his own stock.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
Is this any use to you?
My friend, the very thing, yes.
Old
I
Doc
don't
took
trust
the
it.
towel from me, cut it in two lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so... Serviceable, yes? Very serviceable indeed.
Stockings might work on a Bentley, but on a truck, the coarse toweling did the job nicely.
Come along, my friend. You want to see the bull's head? Yes?
I do, good sir. Later that afternoon.
A young tree grew at the edge of the drop. Centuries of hot days and cold nights had opened a crack in the cliff edge, deep into the living rock.
Souvenir.
I'd damaged that tree enough for one day.
Nice try.
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot.
This towel is incredibly useful.
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
I'm not entirely sure that's a good anchor point, though.
Well, that looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
Well, we're stuck here. Why would I want to go off the edge?
I got that, go on, jump, it'll be fun, feeling you sometimes get at the cliff edge. If I managed to land on the truck without hitting a support, I might even survive it. If I'd been a little bit younger, and a whole bunch more stupid, I might have gone for it.
Good job he didn't.
close up, the niche looked somehow artificial. I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there, but there was something in there. A metal ring, as wide as my hand.
Oh, I was thinking the drain key, but...
I took a firm hold of the ring.
Oh, we're just going to do it with the
and
hand.
Pulled. Whoa there!
It's like Indiana Jones.
Without explosives or a pickaxe, there wasn't a whole bundle I could do to the brickwork. Around the corner, I found the corpse.
I love the references in this.
Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again. Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died. Without getting too close, I couldn't see any marks of violence, apart from his fingertips being scraped raw, and that seemed self-inflicted. Klausner had been pretty smart to get this far, but he was still dead.
Can I take the whip?
Okay, all right. Hey, what's this? I'd found some kind of lens, a very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. What about the whip and the hat?
I'd searched Klausner once and knew that the lens was the only thing he'd been carrying. No portable phone, no demolition charges, no 5-course meal. You'd think international conspirators would go around better equipped.
But he's got a whip and a fedora.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it. A stone head bearing 3 bearded faces. It was a strange image, but a powerful one, redolent with antiquity and ancient mysteries. Sure was an ugly one, though.
The bearded face in the mirror on the manuscript.
Up on the wall was an inscription, partially eroded by the ages. Something, in accidenta cita est in ora mundi. The Latin was clear enough, but what did it mean? The mount's opening. It must be Ultar. My God, if he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar, don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are! You!
Hello, Mr. Stobbart. We meet in the most unusual places. Please, do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot you would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobbart, I shall hit you even in here. But unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobbart.
I say do it.
Now then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
Klausner? Who the hell's Klausner?
I followed his trail here, as I believe did you.
I never heard of this Klausner guy before. I just asked around about strangers and got lucky.
Luck is a commodity that you are sorely pressed for now, Mr. Stobbart. I have been watching you since you arrived in Marib.
You have? I never noticed you.
Precisely my point. You don't know what I know. Please bear this in mind when answering my next questions. Now, where is Klausner?
I think George would have cracked by now.
Okay, he's dead, just around the corner of the cave. Do you want to look?
I shall trust you on that. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about. Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
No, nothing.
So, why is this location important? What did the Templars hide here if not an artifact?
Well, there is something, I guess, but you can't move it.
Yes? What is it?
It's a treasure map. Yeah, X marks the spot.
Come now, do you expect me to believe that?
Yeah, okay. You caught me. But round the corner, there is something in Latin up on the wall.
Latin? Do you remember it, Mr. Stobbart?
In acadenta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies. Mr. Stobbart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize.
So what are you going to do?
I regret that we must end this here and now. Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
You are an honorable man, Mr. Stobbart. A rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, what the heck?
Finally!
It was a long way down. Below, I could see Ultar's truck.
George? No, I pressed the go button! Oh. You saw I pressed the go button. Hey Pan, how are we doing? Nice to see you. That didn't happen. I pressed the go button. Right, so anywhere over here will be fine. Alt drive. Back in Nico's apartment.
Luckily, the canopy on Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, Josh.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
I wouldn't have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
That is true, I did.
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
I do.
A magnifying glass, obviously.
The buzzer saved my life.
let's take another look at the manuscript.
I don't think this is going to do what I think it's going to do. But the bearded head in the mirror. I want to have another look at that, see if it jogs anything in George's memory.
That's the face of the statue I saw at the bull's head.
Or is that all we say?
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Nothing?
That's the face of the
No.
statue I saw at the bull's head.
Perfect. I gotta go.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Don't miss me too much, Nico. I think she's into me. Bon fashion. Oh, he's back. I ain't gonna talk to him. Any plans for another point-and-click adventure games? Yeah, I've already done Broken Sword 2 on the channel, but I've got the other I've got 3, 4 and 5 to play as well, that I'd like to play before 6 comes out at some point. And I've never done Monkey Island and all that stuff, so there's potential to do more, because they are so much fun. And the 90s ones are just pure joy, aren't they, Pan? The real gaming heritage that people have forgotten about. I hope this brings back the idea, even if indies do it.
Father?
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
6 months, is that all?
I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. The original window was destroyed in the last war. It was as old as the church, early 14th century.
Oh man, that's awful.
Oui, a terrible loss. Still, the church and the other windows survived.
Is the right-hand window original?
Oui, monsieur.
You must be proud to have such an incredible collection of stained glass.
Pride is a sin, monsieur, but it is hard not to marvel when the light shines through them. It is a fine example of the artisan's genius.
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know, it is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Sure.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Hey Mike, how we doing? Sam and Max is good as well.
Okay, thanks.
I've never heard of Sam and Max, I don't think. You don't think that gamers will be wanting to finish their video games having to think too hard in 2024? Hey, but what about 2025? Maybe they'll grow extra brain cells.
It was the lens that I'd found on Klausner's body.
Could have taken the whip though, George, couldn't you? But you didn't. Dab hand at polishing stuff.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
So it's the lens, not the gem. I was trying to put the gem in.
Hey! A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date. Let me see. MCCC XIV.
1317?
1314. a Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff,
Do it.
but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported.
Can I take my gem back, please?
A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell.
You nearly done, priest? Take the gem.
Hello again, Father. Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
Beautiful.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I want you to take the gem back, George. So Max is one of the few original LucasArts point-and-click games. Weird, zany, very fun. Sounds good.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more, Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the De Vasconcelos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
I want that.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack.
George, you really need to take that gem back. Does a priest know about the Knights Templar? Templier.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
Did you know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The burning man?
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for being haunted. Many times, people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing. Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens. I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
Tell me more, Father.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah, oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that. Have you seen this man before?
No, I have never seen him before.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I want my gem and I want that. He really left the gem in the scroll that could be valuable. You think he's lying, Pan? Maybe. I think, because from what I've seen of the reviews, everybody was praising Broken Sword Reforged. I hope we get more, and we know that Revolution are making a 6th game. So maybe we will, maybe not 2025, but maybe we will start to get more adventure games, because I hope this has been really big. I haven't seen the sales figures. But they deserve so much love. They got so many of us into gaming back in the day. Guess what I found?
Hi, how you doing?
Fine, George.
How you doing?
I sold a story this morning. It won't make me Journalist of the Year, but I can't afford to pay the electric bill. What have you been up to?
Listen, remember the missing Spanish Templar? I found his tomb in the church at Montfaucon.
So he's dead, then?
I wish you wouldn't be so sarcastic.
I was only joking, George. The Countess will be delighted.
Yeah, maybe this'll help lift the curse.
What now? Are you going to dig up his bones?
There's no need for that. Well, not yet. What I still don't understand is the significance of the chalice.
Yes, there must be something we're missing.
Look at the chalice now, Nico.
What happened? It's shiny.
The priest at Montfaucon buffed it up for me.
That's incredible.
Yeah, looks as good as new.
No. You found a use for a priest. That's incredible.
I agree.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Come with me, Nico. We can go to Spain together. Okay, maybe not. I love the writing of this game. It just has that... It's humour of its time, but I also think it's timeless. But it's very British. Oh, I can't go back? But we need to tell the Countess about... Nico's the sarcastic realist. Whereas George is... You know, he needs somebody to keep him level on the ground. Instead of up in the clouds floating around like a buffoon. Lobino. My most hated person in this game.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes, what is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In accidenta cita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map. While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Nerval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
So I need to go there. Yeah, Nico would have solved this within about 3 days. I think. She is the smart one. She's just choosing to humor George and not help.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Okay, we know where we're going next.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
But seriously, if you call me Georgie again, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. The thing I love about this game is it gives you hints if you want them. That's something that they've added in later editions. But you have to keep going back and talking to people you've already met and retracing steps. You've really got to figure out where you're going and what you're doing, and you can get stuck very easily, and I kind of like that.
Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions. You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean when you finish your break.
Oh, when I finish my break? An interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider.
Sounds like a plan.
Perhaps tomorrow too?
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Give me more.
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
He's a smart one, this guy.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
At least he's honest.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but là...
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though. I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
Go on.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oysters.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Snarky and sarcastic workman, your soulmate? Yeah, he's brilliant. Baphomet is still a taboo thing. The Demon Lord, also present in fantasy and tabletop settings. Really? I don't know who Baphomet is. Obviously I've heard of the name, but I'm going to have to do some research on that one.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy, I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground. What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
Good answer, sir. Good answer.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door's locked, monsieur.
Hi again.
What is it?
Trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of déjà vu.
I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
That was incredibly easy.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
These French are very helpful, considering they're told to not keep anybody out.
I didn't need to get near to tell the toilet needed cleaning. I didn't want to use that unless I really had to. Oh boy! Dirty soap! How do they do that? A huge pile of coal lay in the corner to fuel the boiler. Real high-tech stuff. There was a big old boiler used for heating the building.
Do you think that they're not French at all?
I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to investigate.
So, I remember this bit. I need to make a copy of the key.
I made an impression of the big key and the cake of soap. I carefully sprinkled the plaster into the soap mold I'd made of the key.
This is master criminal stuff. Several minutes later.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well. That is not a good idea.
Okay, so we call it?
I didn't want any coal.
But you do, George, you do. But you're not going to use the tissue on the key.
Maybe not.
It's a silver key.
I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to investigate.
Tissue on the coal? That's a good shout. No, he doesn't want to do that.
Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them.
But you've crammed a sewer key.
The shovel used to feed the furnace was stuck into the pile of coal.
Right, so there is a few things that we need to do here.
There was a ventilation grill up in the wall.
Oh no, 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 no. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I don't want to go near that toilet.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I don't think I can open the furnace. Is the only problem.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
A well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Pah! Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Pah!
I need to get him away.
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Jesus, this guy, he was so polite and sarcastic, and now he's just being an arse.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Couleur.
Hi, Nico. It's me. I'm at the excavation site.
Hi, George. What's happening?
I'm at the excavation, but they won't let me in.
Damn. We need to know what's in there.
Don't worry. I've got a scheme. I'm going to need your help, though.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
I bet she's gonna chew him up right good.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
Good boy. You go get it. Beautiful. Anything in the dumpster?
A well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse? Ah, well, I have a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Thanks, Nico. You done good.
Hi again.
What is it?
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
I could. George, you need to do joined-up thinking. Nico is incredibly useful. When she wants to be. But this is George's story.
Quickly and without fuss, I swapped the fake key for the real thing. The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it.
Where'd the soap go? Have we lost the soap?
Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them.
There is a way to open this, but I just don't know how. He doesn't want to turn the dial. The soap did serve its purpose, yeah, that's true.
Hi again.
What is it?
I couldn't give him the keys. The false key looked pretty convincing, but it felt exactly like what it was. Painted plaster. He was bound to detect it.
Do you recognize this name?
Non.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there. Yep, that was definitely debris. I couldn't see any use for a collection of dirt and half bricks.
Pan, you're right. That's a great shout. Dry the paint. Just for once in your life. Oh, genius. Yes, we switched the key. Genius. No, that's the wrong key. God damn it.
Now, I'd substituted the fake key for the excavation key. It looked okay, but felt false. No. No way.
You definitely don't want to do that. It looked okay, but felt false.
It was the key to the excavation. Now, I'd substituted the fake key for the excavation key. It looked okay, but felt false.
Oh, I thought if we dropped the keys down the toilet, then that would get rid of him.
That is
Still not going to switch them.
Idea.
Okay, but felt false.
To. A hand dryer was mounted on the wall. If the Club Alamut had used one of these instead of a roller towel, I'd probably still be stuck in Marib.
It looked okay. Felt false. What have I got that I can... I've just realised my toilet chain's missing as well. I can't re-swap it.
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Nico.
I figured I'd best not bother Nico again until I'd got a good reason.
Hey, monsieur, don't go with my keys.
Oh, yeah, about that.
Hi again.
What is it?
I was gonna have to get rid of this thing. It was dead.
Give him the keys.
I couldn't give him the keys. The false
Yes,
key
you can.
looked pretty convincing, but it felt exactly like what it was. Painted plaster. He was bound to detect it.
While he was detecting it, we could punch him.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him. Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
So you don't want to go in there. I'm going back in here. Examine the thermostat.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall.
Oh, seriously? We interacted with
Hi
it
again.
twice. That should give
What
us
is it?
something. I
It
knew there
sure
was
is
something with
hot
the
in here.
thermostat, but...
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
He's not wrong.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
The one thing I didn't do was look at the thermostat. You'd have thought interacting with the thermostat would have given you the same option. Yeah, I need the bathroom again.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it.
I thought there was a way of stoking the boiler.
I turned the heating off.
Oh, you just turn it off? It wouldn't get cold that quickly. Oh, you just put that one in the chat. Sorry, man, I didn't see that. Yeah. That's clever. That's a smart way to get around it.
Hi again.
What is
I
it?
knew there was something with a thermostat, but I thought we had to stoke the boiler up.
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Now I need to get rid of him.
That guard had been put here to guard something. My guess was that the excavation was behind that
Interact
door.
with everything, chat. Always use both buttons.
I didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked.
You think Nico will do the distract thing
The
again?
doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Maybe. I don't know if she'll do it a second time. Or maybe she will.
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed.
Are you reading
What
a
do you want
guide,
to
Pan,
say?
or do you just remember
What did you
this?
say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, George.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
Get ready, George. We're gonna run for it. You cheated a bit, okay.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
But we need to get in
Hey,
there.
you! It's the phone.
Yeah? Who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Ha! Don't me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Go, George, go. You wish Google was around in the 90s? Yeah, I admit I got to a point in this game where I had to print off a massive guide to figure out how to finish it the first time. I remember doing something with the boiler and the coal though, but maybe that was a different... Maybe that was 2.
Some planks used to make the catwalk were leaning against the wall. I couldn't see anything useful to do with the planks. In the middle of the floor was a weird mosaic, all swirling and distorted. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side. Now there's a familiar face. Oh, great. More dead people. Although the gendarmes weren't likely to pull in any suspects unless they had a time machine. This guy must have been here for centuries. No, thanks. I think I'm carrying enough junk.
Fair enough.
There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side.
The only thing that we've got is the polished chalice?
It was hard to believe it was the same chalice. Now the light gleamed off its perfect surface. There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here. Now there's
something goes on there.
Face.
Something that I clearly don't have. Nico has the gem. It's got to be the chalice, but there's no actual interaction to put the chalice there. Chalice on the floor? Chalice on the floor. There we go, it's the floor, not the statue.
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice. The image of a church.
Back in Nico's apartment.
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower.
I think me and you got to that same point at the same time, Pan, yeah.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
We need to go back to Spain, though. There's a lot in Spain that we haven't done that I remember.
That's the lens I found on Klausner's body in the bull's head.
She's still got that, right?
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. That's the face of the statue I saw at the bull's head.
Oh, that's it. There's nothing new. Okay. There's the chain.
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, George.
She's going to miss me. Okay, onwards to Spain.
I'd been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here. The Villa de Vasconcelos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose. Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobbart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine,
What's
thanks.
wrong with him?
Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobbart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Okay. Let's go and say hi. You got bad food poisoning in Spain, Pan? I love Spain. But yeah, a lot of paella and stuff is eaten there, and if it's not cooked well, it could give you a very bad time. I hope she's happy that we had a priest polish it for her.
Senor Stobbart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Shiny.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft claw.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knights secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
Make Nico jealous.
There's something
More
else
jealous.
that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobbart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Have you got a Bible?
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
An old grandfather clock stood against the wall. I doubted the Templars had hidden anything in there. There was a bookcase, bureau kind of affair. I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote.
Time to do some investigating in Spain. If we need to bounce back to France, I'm sure we can, but there's a Bible in the tomb, in the mausoleum. So I'm sure we can check that and get around it. But yeah, I should have maybe asked the priest. Look at the difference. It's amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
Okay, so we can just take that back to her.
I couldn't reach up there.
That's not what it's for. Why is the candle only a thing? Indeed. Doesn't look like Pixel 1, PS1 Pixel Vomit. No, I think, because it was a PS1 game, but it was also on PC, but it's had numerous tweaks over the years, numerous different versions of it. They've probably taken one of the, maybe the director's cut or something that looks slightly better. Let's see if we can figure out the Bible quotations first. I'd ask Lopez, but, you know, I don't want to push my luck too much with him.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what's it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is their mausoleum a well, Senor Stobbart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
That's what we'll do then.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
I hope she kept the Bible, because the thing burns my fingers. Lopez, my new friend.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the Di Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
A well? Si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great! So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
Well, you must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Okay, think quick.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobbart. I shall give it more thought.
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge, as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it.
Okay.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobbart.
Oh, Pan, I am... I don't mean any offense to anyone, you believe what you want, but I am vehemently against any kind of religion. Can I turn the hose off? Just to play a prank on him. Oh, we're taking the mirror. Oh, okay.
The mirror from Lopez's utility room. Yep, I was still looking great.
Go get him, George. No jet lag on you.
There was a boar's head over the fire. It didn't look very happy. Must be hard to look happy when you're wearing a chimney breast. Now what the hell was I going to do with a hog's head?
That's a good point, George. A very good point.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
There's still the mystery of that missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if...
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
The Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant. Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them, and the chalice, when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcellos are cursed.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
The fire was made up and ready, waiting for the year to turn cold. It was way too warm to light the fire.
I want a divining stick to find the well. That's how you find water, isn't it? Well, we don't need to hide, George.
I wasn't going to put on the armor, and I couldn't see anything else to do with it.
I doubt you'd fit in it anyway, George. Lopez. Don't have anything yet? Or do I have to have a little wander around myself?
Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobbart. I shall give it more thought.
I mean, I think he's only thinking about his grass.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobbart.
Hold on. There's water there. So would the water come from the same water source as... Because surely if you had your own water source, you'd use that to pump water into the property when sort of copper piping and things was used for plumbing and indoor plumbing became a thing, right? I love that balcony. I want a balcony. Let's think like a...
It was just a little
like a builder.
utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Oh, you don't want to go in there? Okay, fair enough. The dogs aren't going to let me past, are they? Okay, let's go. Back to the mausoleum. Because there's still things to do in the mausoleum, but we need to find this well. Obviously, we need to give him time to think.
Mausoleum, summer house. Easy mistake to make.
Not seeing anything around here that looks like an old abandoned well or anything. Can we get around the side of the mausoleum? No, it's blocked off. Okay, that's fine.
High up in the dome were windows. I guess they might open them to make it less stuffy in there.
House is remarkably similar to your parents' summer house. Slightly smaller gardens, but the architecture and the views are spot on. I mean, maybe it was the inspiration for this. I like this house. I think it looks beautiful. I like Spain, views of the sea,
It was
sunshine.
too delicate to move. Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again.
Hold on a second. Different country, but maybe. This is covered with... Like, isn't... the stuff on the tissue, the makeup remover stuff, doesn't that have alcohol in it? Oh, George, you're a clever boy. Okay, so what's that done? The missing chess piece?
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
Right, we've got a burnt rag.
It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle.
Wait. Is there anything fancy about this?
It was too delicate to move. A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place.
I don't think it is the chess piece. Okay, so there's no way to insert anything into that. You don't want to open the window again?
I
Okay.
couldn't climb up there without breaking something.
But you have to pull, George. Don't worry about it. No, okay. It's not in here. Maybe we just go and tell her about it? I feel like we're getting somewhere. We just need to know where this key goes, and it's probably something to do with the old well. Would be my guess. Can't interact with any of these statues or anything. And Lopez is apparently still thinking while he's mucking around with his hose. pop up and see the Countess. Tell her what we found.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it? What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
So?
What do you make of this?
It is the stone key that you showed me earlier, is it not?
It is. But honestly, I was kind of hoping for more.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Military hardware, medieval style. I came here to solve a mystery, not go jousting. Now what the hell was I going to do with a hog's head?
I have no idea, George.
I doubted the Templars had hidden anything in there.
It's gotta be Lopez. I really hope he has stopped playing about with his hose and has decided to help us. Oh, who am I kidding?
Lopez. One man and his hose. Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the De Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
No, it's cool. She realizes how important finding this key is. Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobbart.
Okay, so this is apparently hazel.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like. I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing. I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
The
Hi,
fireplace?
Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
I can't find any usable branches on that hazel tree.
No. Que lata.
How am I supposed to find the well without a divining rod?
I have no idea, senor.
Oh, never mind.
That looks Y-shaped.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, senor Stobbart.
We just bash it. No, okay. Fair enough. Okay, guys, I'm going to call the stream there. We have another mystery to solve. How do you get wood from a hazel tree? And we'll be back with that on Friday. I've got to sort a couple of things out over the next 2 days. So, streaming-wise, we're still doing our sort of weekday evening Dragon Age streams. That'll be back tonight at 9 PM UK time. And we will be back with Broken Sword on Friday. Scheduled streams are thrown up for the week. Depending on how we do with Dragon Age, there'll be a Dragon Age stream on Friday as well. But I'll be streaming something on Friday. Depends how long we've got. Yeah, I'm going to go rest my voice a little bit before we're streaming later and grab some food. Thank you all for being here. Mike, Pan, always nice to have you guys in the chat. And everybody else who's been dropping in, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking. Please do leave a like on the way out if you've enjoyed this video. And I will see you all in the next one.